Hey, what's up guys? Scott here back once more with another video. And today we're going to be saying farewell to the era of DCTV. And also marching into the next era of Marvel and DC films. So this is kind of a two topic video. So let's start off with this. So this week we had the series finale of Superman and Lois. Ran for 4 seasons. And overall, my feelings on the show, I thought it was a good show. Seasons 1 and 2 were amazing. Like, to me, seasons 1 and 2, I could rewatch seasons 1 and 2 anytime. Seasons 3 and 4, however, I did like them, but I'd probably never watch them again on my own. Don't get me wrong, like I said, they were good, but to me, seasons 1 and 2 felt like had that Arrowverse feel to them, just like the best seasons of the best seasons. They had that feeling of the best seasons of Arrow, Flash, Legends, Supergirl, all those other shows. And even though it's revealed at the end of season 2 that Superman and Lois doesn't take place on Earth Prime in the same universe as those other shows, to me those first 2 seasons of Superman and Lois had that awesome Arrowverse feel to them. You had a menacing villain for Superman to face. The villain in season 1 is Morgan Edge, or it's revealed later that Morgan Edge is actually Clark's half-brother from Krypton named Tal-Rho. So Clark Kent's Kryptonian name is Kal-El, and his evil brother Morgan Edge's Kryptonian name is Tal-Rho. So that was a cool reveal. That season was so good. In season 2, you had Ali Alston, who is a version of Parasite. And I love those first 2 seasons. And I wanted the show to have that feel throughout all of the run. And to me, seasons 3 and 4 didn't have that. Like, I watched seasons 3 and 4, and those seasons had I don't know if the writers changed or the showrunner. I know the showrunner didn't change because Todd Helbing was the showrunner of all the show. But I don't know if the writers changed maybe or something. But season 3 I think it had a totally different feel to it. Like, kind of like, you felt at the end of season 2, you felt like we're going this way, and then season 3, they just throw this big curveball in it. I won't say it ruined the show, but it did make me like it less. And season 4, even though they introduced Lex Luthor, it still felt, well, one, it was a way shorter season, and they had a reduced budget, so that's not on them, but it still felt like season 4 was rushed. Season 4 had to be rushed, and and you can tell that they had to fit a lot into the finale because they knew they weren't going to get another season, so they had to condense a lot of the ending into one shortened season and then the finale. And they had a giant task in front of them. But it's kind of sad because after the finale aired, the showrunner Todd Helbing said in an interview that they had plans to do way more if they had got more seasons. At one point, they were even planning to do Dark Side. So, man, I wish this show could have gone on to do all that. But it is what it is. So overall, I give the show, I'm going to break it down by seasons. Seasons 1 and 2, I give 10 out of 10. Season 3, I give a 7. And Season 3, I give a 7 out of 10. Season 4, I give an 8 out of 10. To me, 3 and 4 just weren't on the quality of seasons 1 and 2. But overall, the show was pretty enjoyable. Very enjoyable. But, you know, all good things must come to an end, right? So the Superman and Lois was the final DC TV show to air on the mainstream network television. On the CW. It all started 23 years ago with Smallville. Started with the Superman show, ended with the Superman show, and Smallville ran for 10 seasons, over a decade. And right after that, you had Arrow, which of course spawned the whole Arrowverse, and then Tyler Hoechlin, granted another version, but Tyler Hoechlin's Superman was introduced in that Arrowverse and then got spun off into his own show, even though it's on a same actor. It's a different version in Superman and Lois, but it's still the same actor. But it's all connected. So Superman and Lois closed out this era of DC TV that lasted over 20 years, which is an amazing accomplishment. But overall, I think DC TV had a really good run. They did some amazing crossovers, had some awesome characters. Did some great stories, some not so great stories. I think overall the Arrowverse and DCTV had a great run on the CW, but watching this last season of Superman Lois also made me realize it's time to get back to the film side of things. Like, I prefer films over television because to me films are more events that you can go to the theater and sit in a room with other people and get into the story. And so I'm happy that the Arrowverse and DCTV had a good run, but I'm ready going into next year with James Gunn's universe. James Gunn's new movie universe is starting on the big screen with a Superman movie. It was originally titled Superman Legacy, but now it's just called Superman. So I'm excited to see his version. I'm excited to see Superman back on the big screen with a fresh start, a new universe, with a new Superman and a new actor and a new story. I'm excited that even though the Arrowverse and DCTV is done, a new story and era is starting next year, and I'm excited for this journey. So yeah, we're starting. James Gunn's new movie universe is starting with a Superman movie, and that Superman movie is going to have a whole lot of supporting characters in it. You're going to have Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, played by Nathan Fillion. Metamorpho, I forgot the actor's name who's playing him. You have Metamorpho, Hawk Girl for the first time ever in a live action film. Who's going to be played by Isabella Merced. I think that's how you say her name. And then Mr. Terrific. And I apologize, I forget the actor's name who's playing him, but Mr. Terrific. So, four supporting characters we've never seen in a live action film before, along with Superman as your lead. That's a great setup for a new universe to start a new movie. You have a mainstream established hero, Superman, as your lead, as the lead of your film, but you're bringing in at least four supporting heroes that have never got to be in a live action film. So that's amazing. I love James Gunn for doing that. Starting off his universe with bringing in some characters that haven't been in live action film before, and they're kind of second tier characters in the comics to give them a boost. Great start to the universe right there. So I'm excited to see James Gunn's going to do Superman, and also it kind of already started, but really starting next year, we're moving into the next chapter of the MCU. You're getting 3 huge films. Captain America Brave New World, which will be Sam Wilson's first film, headlining his first film as the new Captain America. Thunderbolts, a big ensemble piece. That'll be similar to like Suicide Squad or Guardians of the Galaxy. Kind of this group of misfit characters that come together under certain circumstances and have to go on a mission. But it has some characters. Mostly it's characters we've already been introduced to in the MCU, but kind of bringing them all together to this group. And then, of course, next year they're officially introducing the Fantastic Four to the MCU, the main MCU Fantastic Four. And so, 3 huge MCU films next year, all the way building up to Avengers Doomsday, which is going to bring all these characters together. And so, next year we begin the journey. We really start the journey of James Gunn's new DC universe and the MCU's journey to Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. So next year is going to be huge for films. I'm so excited to get back to the film side of things because I love movies or films, because nothing against, the Arrowverse did amazing with telling broad encompassing stories on television, on creating a television universe. Amazing accomplishment. But obviously television has a more limited budget, and they did great with what they had. Don't get me wrong at all. I love the Arrowverse, especially at its peak. They did amazing. But movies are more eventful, I think, because they have bigger budgets. They can make more. It's a bigger audience. Obviously people like to go to the theater. So I'm excited to get back to the film side of superhero things starting next year. And I cannot wait to experience it all. And I'm calling this the journey to Avengers Doomsday, because that's the ultimate. Now we're getting Secret Wars after that, but Doomsday is the next big event film for the MCU. The next big event superhero film, a big crossover film with all these heroes coming together. And I cannot wait to see how the build-up plays out across these 3 MCU films are getting next year. So we're really starting the journey to Avengers Doomsday, and I'm starting today, and I am all here for it. So it all starts with Cap 4 in February, so I'm excited. The build-up's going to be amazing. I have high hopes for this next saga. I have high hopes for James Gunn's DC universe, because he's doing something different. Starting off with a Superman movie, and then he's bringing all these supporting heroes. Then he's going into Supergirl. Supergirl will be in Superman, and then he's doing a Supergirl movie. So he's kind of doing something different, and I'm interested to see what he does. Very excited. So anyway, guys, Arrowverse was great. DCTV was great, but it's time to get back to the film side of things. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned, and peace out.